17 and a half again for quarters.
Oh, I think this one's 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah, this one's 20. So I went 17 and a half, 15, 20, 20. Is it Egan, is it? Yes. No, shit, I called it Egan. Well, it's not my fault. They don't put it on the team. Well, Lacey played. Isabella was fantastic.
Yeah, Masco.
Anthony Bass was okay. Hayley Collenbach. Eve, the one I can't say her surname, Busanas.
Yes.
Christine Whitehart. See, I've had fun mucking up his name for the cricket. With Sue, I deliver on the same thing, and now I've got safety. I can't say it right. But no, I'm not taking responsibility. I think they only told me about her 10 seconds before the game, so this little one. So they're not going to give me the right thing. Yeah, that's their problem.
Under here, is this the right spot or? Nice at this level.
I'm just. You really need two people. You just need someone to.
Want something to eat or drink? Let me get you a drink.
No, I've had.
No, what's. You want
Hot water.
Do you want a Coke or something? No, you don't want soft drink. Just a chocolate or something?
A beer. Mention that.
No, you want something for energy.
I'm fine.
You sure you don't want a chocolate or a
I had a
beer?
hot dog before.
They've got, what's the name made them? Spector's daughter. They've got chocolate chip cookies.
No, I had a hot dog before.
Okay. I'll just sing it. I'll come and check in there, alright? So you've got a voice at the end of it.
You write the game in when. So to start, yep.
How's the game there, mate? With your vision, alright?
Welcome to Game Faces coverage. It's our third game of the afternoon here from Gordon Barnard Reserve. And if it's as good as the first two, we're in for a great afternoon's footy. It's the Burundara Hawks versus Glen Iris. Under 15 Division 5 elimination final. Winner to a preliminary final next week. The loser has their last game for the season. They only met each other once during the home and away season, and it was a win for the Burundara Hawks, 11-6-72 over the Glen Iris side, 6-8-44. Burundara Hawks and Glen Iris both with a win-loss ratio of 6 and 7, so it's pretty tied up. Umpire has the ball in the air. Glen Iris will be going to the right of screen in this first quarter, and they win the ball straight out of the centre. But it didn't go as far as Bert McGee, the captain of the Burundara Hawks team. Couple of late changes for the Burundara Hawks team. Ben Miller comes in, wearing number 32. Tarkin Crooks out of the side, number 12. Ball tapped down by McGee for the Burundara Hawks. He can't get it away. Big pack of players on top of the footy. Out the back. Quickly kicked away there by Dylan Hodges for the Hawks. Up towards the half-forward line. Presenting himself very well there was Owen Barnett, who kicks the ball across his body. Deep up into the forward line. De Villiers was up there. He couldn't take the mark. That was Daniel. And the Hawks have got the footy and kick it long through Simonson, right up towards the full forward line. where they'll be looking for Ollie Groves up there today. The ball comes back to ground, picked up there by Kemp, who got a kick away. Glen Iris can't get the footy. Will Christensen it was at the bottom of the pack. Flipped out the back, and a quick kick away deep up into the forward line. And the good strong mark taken there by Vandenboom. No, it's Groves, number 16. Ollie Groves, the full forward, sporting a new haircut than when I saw him last. And usually a pretty accurate kick. He's got to aim left post here for the first score of the afternoon to the Burundara Hawks, and Oliver Groves. He comes in and he doesn't bring it out far enough to the left, and 1 minus score to Groves. So it's 1 point to nothing. Early days here. 20-minute quarters now in under 15s. No time on. As the ball comes back into play, Glen Iris have it. And they go out long and wide. Bottom of the pack, De Villiers. Couldn't take it. Glen Iris get the handball away. Not as far as where they wanted to go. The ball bounces, and bounces over the line and out of bounds in front of Oliver Abila for the Glen Iris side. Sun now breaking out. It's a pretty cloudy morning here for our first 2 matches, but the sun warming up the crowd, which has been pretty good all afternoon. And Glen Iris take the mark. Right on centre wing position. Kick it long, looking down there for finding Lucas Jones. He can't mark it. Quick kick away on that occasion by Tribe for the Burundara Hawks. Up looking for Vandenboom. He picks up the footy now, and Gus Vandenboom goes long. Up to the half-forward lineup, goes over the top of the pack. Running after the ball, but getting it back in and kicking the goal magnificently. Owen Barnett for the Burundara Hawks. And he puts the first major on the board with a good right cross straight through the goal. So Owen Barnett kicks his first, Burundara Hawks first, and they're off. 1-1-7 leading Glen Iris, yet to score. As we've said all day, if there is a wind, it is favouring that northern end of the ground just slightly. But a good fortuitous goal there by Barnett. So the centre bounce takeaway ends up coming out of it was Kemp, his second possession for the afternoon. He goes deep down into the forward line. Thomas Lockree's there. Lockree kicks around the corner. In front, but not being able to take the mark was his teammate. I think that might have been Barnett again. The ball came back out. Quick kick away. Handball away by Kemp now to Christodoulou. Christodoulou gets the handball away. Up towards the goals, and it's kicked around the corner for 1 minus score. I think they should have made a better effort of that. Barnett's kicked a point after Lockie Young had set up the mark there. So a bit of a disappointing finish on that occasion, but they're looking pretty promising early doors. 1-2-8 Burundara. Glen Iris yet to score. Glen Iris bringing the ball back in. Good contest, goes over the top there of Abila for the Glen Iris side. And the big man coming through there, Nathan Mackay, or Mackay. We'll go with Mackay as the kick comes there by Nicholas Pritchard up towards the centre of the ground. Doing the tackling there, Lachlan Puller. And the ball goes over the back of the pack to Ike Rolton for the Burundara Hawks. He goes to De Villiers, who's been fairly good early. De Villiers gets the handball back to Kemp. Kemp can't take the footy away. He's wrapped up in a tackle there by Will Christensen. And we'll get a ball up. 8-0. Big man tapping it down there was Oscar Palmer for the Glen Iris side. They get a kick. A wild kick working back there. Glen Iris now looking a little bit better, and the free kick will be paid. And that free kick will go the way of Mitchell Robb. So Robb's got the ball. Kicks it high, hard. No one can take control of the footy. Quick kick away. Up looking for Abila. He can't take it. Ball comes to ground. And it's flown out the back. Now Glen Iris are a big chance. They've got a man on an overlap. A quick handball ends up back with Hay. Hay gets around one, gets around two. Then he unloads another handball and it's right up towards the full forward line for the Glen Iris side. Burundara Hawks got to be good here in defence. An Airy, another kick. It's like the World Cup of soccer. And the ball now comes out the back. He's tackled and then he was half dumped and half stop dumped. And the umpire says, after all that, give it to me. Heaps of chances for Glen Iris just then, but they couldn't make any of them work as the ball's 8 metres out from their goal. Tapped down there by Clem Redfern. And the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds. So some golden opportunities. James Hay ducked, weaved, but he was just pressured by his opponent now. So Hay will go up in the ruck against Redfern. Redfern wins it down for the Burundara Hawks on the outer side of the ground. He went out wide, going out wide there was Sash Uvaraj for the Glen Iris side. And he'll come up with the ball at the bottom of the pack. And once again, we'll get a throw up. There we go. Palmer up in the ruck. Got the ball down. Pretty scrappy play. 7.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. It's 8-0. The Hawks looking fairly good early doors. Oscar Palmer gets the tap down. Only ends up there with Aidan Tribe for the Hawks, but it's pinball back out of the back of the pack. And doing a good job there was Kemp, and he's been very good early days. He's kicked it around his body. And the ball's gone over the line. No, a free kick. No, it's gone over the line. And we wait for the umpire to throw it back in, which he does. Ruck contest, Albert McGee, the captain of the Burundara Hawks, does it himself, and then long bombs. Long, right up towards the full forward line. Barnett, who's kicked the goal, couldn't get it. Doing the tackling there was the Burundara Hawks player. Comes back to Kemp. Kemp goes back to the half forward flank. No clear contest. Still a handball needed. Now they got that handball away. It went to Redfern. Redfern went right down to the half-forward flank. Glen Iris will clear for the moment, although it'll come back nearly through Redfern. He beats one. I think he might get a free for holding. He has. So Clem Redfern's got the footy. Plays on. Big, high kick deep up into the forward line. Hasn't gone through yet. Glen Iris have got to try and get it through. They do get it through, so we're going to have a ball up about 2 metres out from the Burundara Hawks goal. Glen Iris, you'd imagine, would just be trying to smash this through. I think they're going to probably get their way soon. No, it's still in the ground. Right back there, and the field umpires pulled a free kick out the way of Glen Iris. Had to just clear traffic. So Glen Iris go long, wide. Palmer in front. Can't take the mark. He tapped it over the back. He did his own roving. And he went whack up to the half or centre wing position. Puller was there. He couldn't get it. Came back to Burundara Hawks who go long, high, wide and handsome. Comes to De Villiers. De Villiers tried to get it over the top to Groves. Daniel De Villiers has done a good job. And once again, we'll get a ball up. 8-0. We're nearly halfway through this first quarter. Ruck contest, knocked down by the Burundara Hawks. Ruckman in Vandenboom. The ball comes out the back. And Glen Iris do clear and Palmer takes the mark. Half-back flank. Good strong hands there by the big man. And Oscar Palmer goes long. Very good kick and a very good mark to Jack Minart. Minart now elects to go shorter, but it works to his teammate on the outer wing, and they go up the line looking for Uvaraj, who can't take the footy. Glen Iris still first to the footy. It's come out the back now to Yash Uvaraj. He kicked the ball off the ground, and I think that's ricocheted off the ground and over the line and out of bounds, so we'll get a throw in. It's the Burundara Hawks 1-2-8. They lead Glen Iris, yet to score. midway through this first quarter. Palmer for Glen Iris. Scragged off the kick, but he still got his kick away. Clash of players. Is there a free for in the back? No. There's a free for holding the ball, and that free will go the way of Pritchard for Glen Iris. So Nicholas Pritchard, he goes long up towards Bennett there for the Burundara Hawks. He works back well and now kicks the ball off the ground. Deep out to the defensive side, leading in the race for the ball there was Mitch Robb for Glen Iris, and the ball goes over the line. A lot of the boundaries being used, not too much corridor football. Only one player within 100 metres of the goals for the Burundara Hawks, and that's the goal kicker in Owen Barnett. All other 34 players are stationed virtually from the centre of the ground to the end that Glen Iris are kicking. Redfern was at the bottom of the pack there for the Hawks. Now quick kick away. And there's a free kick being paid. And that free kick will go the way of Bert McGee. McGee goes long. And a good strong mark taken there by Vandenboom. Gus Vandenboom. He kicks long. They're looking for a third big overhead mark. And Ollie Groves goes, give it to me, I'll take the mark. So the full forward, Ollie Groves, plays on, kicks for goal, and it's gone right towards the goals, and Tom Lockery's taken the mark. Thomas Lockery's taken the mark. He's only 3 metres out directly in front. After Groves elected to play on, Lockery comes in, puts it straight over the goal umpire's head, and the second one's on the board of the Burundara Hawks. They go to 2-2-14, leading Glen Iris yet to score. We've gone 13, nearly 14 minutes in the first term. Good strong marking contests there by the Burundara Hawks with McGee, Vandenboom and Groves all marking, and even Tom Lockery's mark was above his head there. So good performance. Pretty impressive so far. 14 plays 0. And in the 3 matches we've had so far, that's nearly the furthest there's been in a match as a margin already. Ball comes out. Missing it there was Collings. Glen Iris have got the ball. Wrapped up in the tackle was a Beeler. Ball comes back and goes long down towards the full forward line. Uvaraj in the front of the pack. He's being assisted there by Mayanart. Comes back Glen Iris. They need a goal quickly, you'd suggest. As the ball comes back out towards Matt Ellis. He got a handball away for the Burundara Hawks. And we'll get a ball up. Up they go in the air. The ball comes down to ground. Young's got it. Can he pick it up? He can. He gets a scrubby kick along the ground. Didn't go that far. Clem Redfern took a mark that didn't go the distance. So he played on quickly and smartly. Up looking for Groves. Groves shepherds his man out there and getting the ball. Simonson kicks the ball across in towards centre-half forward position. No one can take... Ben Miller it was who got the ball. Hadn't played for a few weeks, and now the ball has come over and out of bounds. We'll get a throw in. We're 35 metres around. Ball comes back in. And there was De Villiers couldn't take it away. They go forward again. And this time the goal umpire takes the mark. And it's a big goal. I think that's Clem Redfern who's kicked the goal. I was blinded there, but it was a fantastic goal. For the Burundara Hawks, who are off to an absolute flyer here. And they're pretty certain that was Clem Redfern who kicked the goal. And the goal umpire gets a good stat too for taking the mark of the day. In the ruck, 20-0. Glen Iris need to score, and they need to score quickly just to get some momentum up. It comes up towards Euphorage again. He can't get it. And the Boroondara Hawks are looking very good. Quick handball came out there courtesy of Will Kemp, who's been fantastic for the Hawks in this quarter, but the free kick will go the way of Glen Iris, and it'll go back there to Christensen. Christensen's got the footy. Out of side of the ground. They take the mark. Man leading there in Puller, and he'll take the mark. So Lockie Puller's got the ball. Still 2 kicks out to score. Swings around on the arc, then a very wonky kick. Is there a free kick for holding? No, said the umpire. Quick kick around the corner by a Beeler, deep up into the forward line, but it's rushed over and we'll have a throw in. 3-2 plays 0-0. 17 minutes gone in this first quarter. I've got to get your game face on. Ruck contest. Taken away. Once again, we'll get a throw in. As we said, if there is a scoring end, it's the southern end, but here's a good kick away. Beautifully taken out. The Glen Iris crowd like it, and Jack Meinart's kicked his first goal, Glen Iris's first goal. And they go on. 2-1, straight, 6. Trailing the Boroondara Hawks 3-2-20. That margin's back to 14, and Meinart has set themselves up. They've got something to work on now. They needed to score, and score quickly they did. So they brought that margin back to 14 with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Palmer will go up in the ruck contest against McGee. McGee wins the take away only as far as Kemp. Kemp kicks it wide. McGee tried to run through it, and now we'll get a throw in. Ball predominantly on that outer side of the ground, which of course is the commentator's nightmare because it's 200 metres away. As we see Palmer go up against McGee again. Palmer wins it down. Only as far as Glen Iris, who just in the last 5 minutes or so have sort of come back into this game a little bit. As the ball's flicked out the back to Boroondara. And that's Lucas Cormus who got the kick away. Only as far as Lucas Christodoulou, who missed the ball, and the ball then was turned over to Glen Iris again. Another goal would be handy for the Glen Iris side deep into late time in this quarter as they kick it around the corner and it bounces and it bounces. Oh, Bennett dangerously kept it in. He probably could have seen it through for a minor score. Now they're under the pump. Glen Iris have got the footy. Trying to take it out there was Aidan Tribe. For the Boroondara Hawks side, he's pressured by the goal kicker in Meinart. And we'll get a ball in. We're within the last minute. It's 20-6. That's not the time, that's the score. Redfern gets it back down, does his own roving very cleverly from Harrison Lipscomb, but he turns it over and Palmer takes the mark for Glen Iris. Within the last 30 seconds, Palmer bombs long. Mark needed. Up they go. No one can take it. Ball came to ground. Bunched off Tribe. Doing the Redfern, doing good tackling. Got it back to Aidan Tribe. Redfern, was he tackled without the ball? No, said the yes, said the umpire. And that free kick will be paid the way of Clem Redfern at centre half back. So they probably averted the danger of Glen Iris kicking back-to-back goals as Redfern goes out wide. And the ball's marked out there for Glen Iris, but it's too late. And it's quarter time. In our game face 1 p.m. match here at the Gordon Barnard Oval. It's under 15 Division 5 elimination final. At quarter time, the Boroondara Hawks 3-2-20 lead Glen Iris 1 straight 6 for the Hawks. It's 1 each to Owen Barnett, Tom Lockery, and Clem Redfern. For Glen Iris, it's a single to Jack Myanet. Better players in that first term for the Boroondara Hawks. Daniel De Villiers was excellent. Owen Barnett. William Kemp was fantastic, along with Clem Redfern in the ruck and Albert McGee. Whilst for Glen Iris, Abila was presented well along with Pula. Minart's been busy in the forward line. And in the ruck, Oscar Palmer's done a fantastic job. Will Christensen pretty busy. Quarter time, but it's Burundara Hawks by 14 points. Be back soon. Got to get your game face on. You mean on YouTube?
Oh, is that on YouTube?
Yeah, so
Oh, great.
yeah, it's live on YouTube.
Oh, perfect. And then it will be saved there for us to watch later. Yeah.
I'm not sure what they do after that, because I think sometimes you can watch it live, but I know last year the grand final, they made people pay.
Oh, yes.
I don't know, it was like $5 or something. I'm not sure. But it's definitely live on YouTube now. How you get into it, I've got no idea. I wouldn't want to listen to it.
There's some of them are live on YouTube, but not YouTube live on Facebook.
The best man to know would be the cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on anything.
Is he the cameraman? There's nothing.
No, Min. We're partner. Is that on YouTube or Facebook? Min. That's what I said. No, we'll ask Min. Min will know. Min will know. They asked me before, this is on YouTube or Facebook? It's on Facebook.
Do you want a link? I'll send you this.
Sorry, I'm socially media ostrich. I have no idea. Sorry about giving you false information. Game face, quarter time, under 15-5, elimination final, Burundara Hawks 3-2-20, League Glen Iris 1 straight 6. The umpire has the ball in hand. A few remnants of the players warming up for the next game. They're just leaving the ground and the umpire's about to put the air conveyance into the air. And we're away with term number 2. Palmer went up there against McGee. Ball came out the back to Redfern. He tried to tap it on. He had his teammate who tried to bust through 3 tackles. Umpire said that was okay. You had no prior opportunity. And we'll get a ball up. That ball up doesn't really favour anyone. Abela went backwards. Couldn't take the footy out. A lot of ball being tapped around. Finally, Glen Iris win it and go up towards Simonson for the Burundara Hawks. He's supported by Bennett. Harvey Smithers is appealing for a free kick for Glen Iris. He's not getting one. And the umpire's going to throw it up. Palmer now in the ruck contest again. Came down to the Burundara Hawks. And they kick up towards the half-back flank. Dispossessed, knocked off the ball there was Johnson for Glen Iris, and the handball came to De Villiers. De Villiers went out looking for his teammate who can't get the footy. On that occasion, it was Collings. He was dispossessed, but the big man came in hard for the Burundara Hawks, went across the body, up to the half-forward flank. Ollie Groves has got the ball. He got the handball strangely away. Glen Iris still have the ball, but the ball, quick kick around the corner there by Harsha Raj, deep up into the forward line. Miller's got the ball now. Ben Miller kicks across the face of goal. It bounces, 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 and it bounces out of bounds. 20 metres around now from the Burundara Hawks goal. They lead by 14. Ruck contest. Vandenboom it is. He's doing the ruck in the forward line. Flips it out the back. Lucas Christodoulou can't take it. But taking the ball very well there was Clem Redfern, and he kicked it deep down into the forward line. And once again we'll get a stoppage. This time courtesy of a boundary throw in. 10 metres around from the goals for the Burundara Hawks. They lead 20-6. At the ruck stoppage, the ball comes out the back. Kick by Redfern. He's actually accidentally kicked his man there. Johnson came through hard for the Glen Iris side. He went up looking for Mitch Robb. Mitchell Robb's got the ball away and he got a handball looking there for Smithers. Smithers was now wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said no prior opportunity. Also getting out of the pack there was Abela. And it's a ball up. Palmer in the ruck just bashes it forward. Looking for Robb. He's done a good job. He gets his support from his teammate and a quick handball away. Lachlan Puller went backwards looking for Palmer. Palmer just breaks a tackle. No way they're going to stop him at that rate. And the ball comes back to the Burundara Hawks, who go high, wide and handsome out to this side of the ground. Trying to take the ball there was Ike Relton. He couldn't do so, and Glen Iris have got the footy. And they move it forward through Robb up to the half-forward line. That's Mitchell Robb. Burundara Hawks have got the attacking player. Mitchell Robb it is again, I think, who's ducked in underneath. No, it's not. On this occasion, it's Nicholas Pritchard. Pritchard goes long for Glen Iris. Deep up into the forward line. Mark Nilly paid. Bennett got the quick kick away in midair, but it came back there to Oscar Palmer. He can't take the footy. Pretty scrappy, scrambly play. We're 50 metres out from the Glen Iris goal. And they trail by 14, and we've gone 4 minutes in the second term. Umpire throws the ball up in the air. Wide looking kick. In the AFL, that would be classed, well, it can't be classed as deliberate because it was touched just before the line. And it was touched by Daniel De Villiers, who's done a very good job. De Villiers and his team, they're the new player, Fletcher Rayfish, having a bit of a go at each other as the ball's brought back in and grabbed out by the Burundara Hawks. Up looking for De Villiers. It flips up over the top. Vandenboom got the ball back there from Harsha Raj. Vandenboom goes long. Now Groves is one out. He's got the ball to ground. He pushes his opponent there in Mackay out of the way. The ball goes nowhere. And we'll get a ball up 30 metres out from the Burundara Hawks goal, but a much better transition from the Hawks from half back to half forward. Vandenboom up in the ruck contest, gets it down to De Villiers. De Villiers nearly tackled high. Doing a good job there was Doak for the Glen Iris side. He kicked it to his teammate in Abela, who couldn't take the mark. Big bomb I think it's Redfern again. And Clem Redfern kicks his second goal and is really stamping his authority on the match. He has 2. The Boroondara Hawks have 4. They lead 4-2-26 to Glen Iris 1 straight 6. Glen Iris, just when they looked like they were about to score, turned one over. And on this occasion, the ball transference was pretty good from end to end. And then Glen Redfern at the stoppage, doing what he's doing. An ex-ruckman sort of now playing more on the ball and doing an excellent job. Palmer goes up against McGee in the ruck. McGee wins the takeaway. He got it down to his teammate in Pritchard, who was wrapped up by Redfern. He's playing on adrenaline at the moment, Clem. Ball comes back out. Palmer, he's got to be one to stop for the Hawks. He's got to be identified as one. Simonson dropped what he should have taken, but he did enough to get it out towards Christodoulou, and Harvey Christodoulou's got the footy. He gets the handball away to McGee. McGee goes long. Dropping the ball there was Fletcher Rayfish. The ball comes to ground. Harsha, Adi Harsha Raj tried to get it. The ball comes deep into defence. Keenan's got the footy for the Glen Iris team. He was nearly tackled by Magnus Avery. Ball comes back to Groves. Groves tries to wheel it round, but they've got 3 in defence to get the ball. They can raffle at Glen Iris, and they do so, and they take it out to Pritchard. Pritchard gets the handball over the top to Johnson. Back to Pritchard. Put under pressure by Miller and Redfern, but Pritchard again got the handball back to Johnson. Johnson went around his body and found the big man, and the big man's Oscar Palmer at centre half back. Palmer drives the ball up towards the centre position where Boroondara Hawks have the numbers, and they'll kick long and low. Through they go, and there could be a free kick there to Adi Harsha-Raden. No, said the umpire, no prior opportunity to Adi Harsha-Raj, and we'll get a ball up. Ball goes up in the air. Palmer and McGee. McGee doing very good in the actual ruck contest. As the ball came down towards Kemp, Miller got the handball away. He went looking there for Dylan Hodges. He couldn't take the footy. Now the foot race is on. Overrunning the ball was a Beeler for the Glen Iris side. Quick handball came back to Christensen for Glen Iris. He got a handball away there to Puller. Still fairly scrappy play. Boroondara Hawks get one off the ground. Up towards Ben Miller, but Adi Harsha-Raj got the footy. He kicked it around the corner beautifully. He went there to Bert McGee. McGee unloads from 30 metres. And he pulls it left, and 1 minor score on the board of the Boroondara Hawks. They go to 4-3-27, leading Glen Iris 1 straight 6. We're nearly midway through this second term, and Boroondara Hawks looking dangerous. Ball about to be brought back in there by Mackay. He went long. Kemp up in front. That was Will Kemp. Can't take the mark, and we'll get a ball up. Good contest, but the Hawks have won the battles that have counted most, and that's the scoreboard. Palmer. It's the tap away. Kemp does the pressuring. And once again, the umpires have been overloaded with stoppages in this first half of this match. Out the back, Abela gets the kick away for Glen Iris. He got it over there towards Smithers, who kicked it off the ground up to the half-forward line. Bennett in front, likes to kick it off the ground, does so again, only as far as Abela. He was pushed off the football. Coming back and working very hard, Lockie Young for the Boroondara Hawks. And this time, the other umpire, the less senior umpire, in terms of age, will ball the ball up. Out of wing. Came down towards Lachlan Young. He couldn't take it. Glen Iris now have a chance, which they may have turned over. The dangerous Redfern got it to Ben Miller. He went back to Redfern. Now Glen Iris might be a chance to turn it over, although it does come back quickly to Hodges. Hodges turned it back to Palmer. Palmer went up to the half-forward line, and a free kick's been paid. And that free kick will go to Hay. So Hay, right on half forward. He gets the handball away to a Beeler who fell over. Now Hay tried to take the ball back, and I think it was this wrong possession, and he got the ball out there, and the mark's being taken by McGee. McGee goes long, up to the half-forward line. Dropping the mark was Lockery, but he butted up best. He's still got the footy underneath him or on top of him, and we'll get a ball up. Wind just getting a little bit stronger, pushing across the ground. It's a sou'wester pushing into that northeast pocket here at Gordon Barnard Reserve. Bert McGee got it down to Ashu Raj. He kicked the ball across his body. Grove in the contest, and Groves takes the mark. Now he likes to play on from any angle. This one he should be a soda for a full forward, and Ollie Groves will kick from 15 metres out. No real angle to speak of. The umpire keeps pushing him around, but he should be able to kick this and put the Boroondara Hawks out to a pretty big lead. Oliver Groves comes in. And kicks it straight over the goal umpire's head for his first of the day. And Boroondara Hawks go to 5-3-33, leading Glen Iris 1 straight 6. That margin out to 27 points. And once again, Glen Iris look like scoring at the other end, but this Hawks defence is looking pretty solid at the moment. And Groves, we've heard, generally a pretty good kick for goal. So here we are, the ruck contest again. McGee's negated Palmer in the ruck, even though Palmer's had plenty of the ball. Down to Hardy Raj, who kicks the ball across his body and nearly got it to himself, but Harvey Christodoulou got the ball. Went up there looking for Miller. He couldn't take it. Came to Lockery. Went to Avery. Avery got the handball to Groves. Groves takes a bounce and kicks a goal. Another one on the board of the Boroondara Hawks. Ollie Groves now has 2. Good sharing from Tom Lockery. And starting out there, Artie Harsha Raj, who won the ball out of the half-forward contest, but McGee got the ball away. So they're on a roll now, Boroondara Hawks. They're out to a 6-3-39 lead over Glen Iris 1 straight 6. 12 and a half minutes gone in this second term. And right now, with a 3-0 second term, they're looking very dangerous, the Boroondara Hawks. He's coming onto the ground there, Owen Barnett, who kicked the first goal. In the ruck, Palmer this time wins it down. Glen Iris needed that, but it came backwards to Hodges. Hodges went backwards. Glen Iris, are they a chance again? Now the handball didn't work and Glen Iris have the football. Pritchard it is. He goes out wide, looking out there for his teammate, but leading in the race for the ball was Harrison Lipscomb for the Boroondara Hawks side. He gets a quick kick away. Leading out in the race for the ball now, Boroondara Hawks have still got it. It was McGee who went long, and a good relieving mark by Johnson for Glen Iris. Johnson kicks the ball across the ground. It was good delivery, but it was even better defence there by Simonson. And Simonson got it to Redfern. Redfern's taken 2 bounces. He can't pick the ball up, but he just knocks Johnson out of the way. Johnson does a good job to try and stop it. Charging through was Simonson, who's butted up from where he was before, but the ball's come back to Sam Doak for Glen Iris. Doak goes towards the centre of the ground. No one can take control of the footy. The Hawks are going through, I think it's McGee again, down towards the forward line. It's hit the post and gone over the line and out of bounds, and will get a throw in. But the Boroondara Hawks really just putting the pedal to the metal at the moment and moving away. They lead 39-6. It's 33 points the difference. And they're looking the goods as we speak. Now someone down there for the Glen Iris side. And not sure. It's a lower leg injury on the right leg of one of the Glen Iris players. As the clock ticks down. And now he's getting up. And I know we've got safety issues, but really? I think he can walk off the ground. I don't really know why we're just wasting time here, because the clock is just ticking away, which will probably suit the Boroondara Hawks at the moment because they've got a 33-point lead. And we wait. And we still wait. And the clock keeps ticking. So I've lost at least a minute here just because the player's hurt his ankle. 6-3 to 1 straight. And haven't still got who. It's actually Nicholas Pritchard, I think it is. And it certainly is Nicholas Pritchard with a lower leg injury. Don't think it was too bad in the end. And the free kick, Keenan kicked it out of bounds. It's a free kick. It's go the way against Glen Iris. And I'm not sure who's going to get the free kick. I think it's Thomas Lockery. It is. So Thomas Lockery, deep in the forward pocket, comes around for his angle, and he misses because he pushes it too far right, and only one minus score. He has 1-1. The Hawks have 6-4. They lead by 34 points. Deep now into this second term. Glen Iris bring the ball back in. Palmer goes up, and this is where he's really strong around the ground taking the mark. So Oscar's got the footy. Goes out wide. And a good delivery on that occasion to Sam Doak. Doak's got the ball. Outer wing. Brings it back inside. Mitchell Robb drops the footy, comes to ground. Quick kick off the ground there by Christensen. But Burundara Hawks, this is where they've won the contest in the middle. McGee's been a bull. Kicks it deep down. And Groves! Groves has taken an absolute magnificent pack mark. Sorry, it's not Groves. It's Owen Barnett in the middle has taken the magnificent pack mark. And Owen Barnett will kick from 30 metres out. He kicked the first goal. Of the day, swings out to the right, and that's where he kicked it. They've still got a man in front. Miller and Lockery were both there. And we'll get a throw in. Deep in the forward pocket, the pocket we can hardly see here at the Gordon Barnard Reserve. Harsha Raj tries to get the ball down. He did so. Scrubby kick and a good tackle put on James Hay by Will Kemp. And we'll get another ball in. Palmer up in the ruck against McGee. Ball comes to ground right in front of us. We haven't seen much of this. Christensen got it back to Hay for Glen Iris. Hay went long, but doing a good job and taking the footy away there was the defender in Tribe. He went deep down into the forward line. It came back to Avery. He can't get rid of the ball. He's now sitting on top of it. It pops out the back. Johnson's back there with his teammate in Calla. They all sit on top of the ball looking for a ball up. So we've only got a minute to go in this first half. It's been a glorious first half for the Burundara Hawks. They lead by 34 points. And good tackle, and the umpire said holding the ball. And that free kick will go the way of Ben Miller. So Ben Miller will kick from 30 metres out. He's a bit of a goal sneak. He comes in and puts it straight through the middle. Good tackle by Miller. He has a goal. Burundara Hawks have 7. And it's looking pretty dire for Glen Iris as we speak. Touching down nearly half time. Less than 10 seconds to go. I don't even think we'll get to ball it up. It's 7-4 to 1 straight. This quarter it's been 4-2 to nothing. And that's half time. Great half to the Burundara Hawks. Goal kickers. 2 to Ollie Groves, 2 to Clem Redfern. Singles, Owen Barnett. Tom Lockery, Ben Miller, whilst for Glen Iris, Jack Minart's the only one with a goal. For Burundara Hawks, Daniel De Villiers was really good in the first quarter. Adi Harsharaj very good in the second. Ollie Groves, very good. Will Kemp started on fire. Sam Bennett's done a good job in the back line. Daniel Simonson across half-back. Clem Redfern, absolutely brilliant. Aidan Tribe in the back line. And Albert McGee has certainly led the way right across the board. Whilst for Glen Iris, Abila's been okay. Pullard has done a good job. Uvaraj, Johnson's been okay, and Palmer and Hay are probably two of the better players. All the Hawks at half-time, 7-4-46 to 1 straight 6. That's a 40-point margin with 40 minutes to play to get to a preliminary final. Got to get your game face on. Be back for the third quarter shortly.
I've been looking out for you.
Oh, we're up there behind
Yeah,
the field.
eventually I looked over and saw you behind the deck.
Yeah. There's no way just parked on the hill. Yeah, well, it said no parking on the grass, so
Oh, that's surely you're not you covering it, so how you do it. You see, I read something yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Normally she was, but I didn't have not like that. Pretty well, put herself in contact. No, I don't remember it. I was right about it. But she has been once she does mine, she doesn't like mine. Because I've been in class, and she doesn't like that. Snowball.
Yeah, I always love throwing that. There's one, I think I say it's my favorite shoe. Oh, and everything is very good. Just one a day. I mean, for now. That will change.
One's been a good dog, the other one.
People are saying that they could very
Yeah. Some people have asked me for the link too. I'm not sure why the link doesn't get sent to the club or something.
because they're saying on even off the Game Face website or something, you won't press the link at all. It's 4 bucks to come in there.
Yeah, if you do
It took me ages to find the link.
yeah, I'm not sure how the links.
Their coaches are weak.
They normally say that
I've got them, so I'm giving it to them for asking for them.
Right.
maybe I could.
Yeah,
I actually
I think
I'm not
can't
sending
do
them to
because
them.
I thought there might be a piece of.
No, I think they've been sent already. Is it all going all right? Yeah. I don't think I can go on.
Great job.
Hi.
Oh, we've just got a Bela is a Bella.
A Bela, a Bella,
Bella.
Maltese.
It is.
One of only, what is it, 100 names?
Hey?
Is there only,
Oh, I don't know.
there's only a
Actually.
very limited amount of names in Malta?
That must be the case.
Is your mum?
No, it's my husband's dad. So not even me.
Your husband?
But the boys mum.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes, I am not. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
I'm not the
But you're not
Maltese.
the Bella. So hang on,
So
can I
many
say
good
it to you?
Yeah.
That's a Bella. When you're not being Maltese.
We're going to go next year. I love it. Yeah.
When you stayed in Valletta and then we went to Gozo and around there.
How long's it been?
Oh, I only had a week in Malta and a week in Sicily.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the time of London. But yes, so we went to Malta. We loved it. But a mate of mine, his girlfriend's Maltese. It's quite
Well, a few people have said to me, Maltese, like they just, when they see the name, they're like, who knows, who knows. not many.
And you're not multi.
By marriage.
Oh, goodness. Third quarter, got to get your game face on. Glen Iris need goals. They need them desperately. The umpires played a free kick straight away. The non-officiating umpire to the Boorandarra Hawks. So this is going to be a freebie. And that free will go to Clem Redfern in the ruck. So Redfern's got the footy. He goes long, high, wide and handsome, and a big mark taken there. I think it's Vandenboom. So Big Gus has got the footy. He kicks deep down into the full forward line. Miller, and Miller's been paid the mark. He kicked a goal just before half time, and it looks like he might be in line for number 2. Has to kick to that left-hand post. Because we've been here all day, we know which way the ball's going to go. The ball missed to the right. Ben Miller comes in and misses to the right. 1 score. He has 1 goal, 1, and the Boorandarra Hawks move further ahead. 7-5, 47 to 1 straight 6. That's a 41-point lead. And certainly not what Glen Iris wanted out of the centre there with a centre square infringement. So Glen Iris will go long, high, wide and handsome over the top of Kemp. He couldn't get the ball, and then he got a kick away, a quick left foot kick by the Boorandarra Hawks. Ends up with Lucas Christodoulou. He can't take it out the back. Lockie Young, he was pushed off the footy. It came back to Lucas Christodoulou. He got a handball away, which was Lockie Young got the ball again. They build up waxing possessions there, and the defensive mark's taken by Glen Iris. Up towards Palmer. He can't take the footy. Ball comes to ground, kicked off the ground by Redfern. Up to the halfway line. Hay, he was dispossessed, came back to Banjo Burton, who kicked it off the ground. Now Banjo Burton just dived on top of the Glen Iris player. I don't know how he didn't get a free kick there, but he didn't. And the ball is up for dispute, and Oscar Palmer's the man who you don't want to dispute. He gets it away there to Yuvraj, who tried to get it further, but it's gone over the top of Palmer. Pretty scrappy play at the moment. Ball comes out. No one can take clear control. And we'll get a ball up. 47 to 6. 2.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, game face. Live from the Gordon Barnard Reserve Oval. Game number 3 of 4. And Clem Redfern comes out the back of the pack. Gee, he's been good. He goes wide and wide and wide he goes. The pace of Miller. Gets it off the ground to Groves. Groves goes long down towards goal. I think it's in. No, it's in for a point. 1 score to Ollie Groves. He has 2 goals too. As the Hawks go further ahead, they lead by an even 7 goals as we speak. So if Glen Iris are going to make a comeback, they better get going. They kick the ball long. Well, not long enough, really. They attempted to kick it long. Kemp's there. He can't take control of it. Free kick may go against the Charlie Stewart, you would think. For the Hawks, he didn't do so. The umpire throws the ball up in the air. Knocked down. Off the ground, the Hawks. Harvey Christodoulou, the ball came to ground. Mitch Robb tried to get it out. They can't do so at the moment. Now a quick kick away, but I think that was by Abella, who kicked the ball up towards the centre of the half-forward line. Quick kick away, Charlie Smith didn't go any distance, and the handball misses all players, and now Charlie Smith's got the ball. For the Boorandarra Hawks, he elects to go to the outer side of the ground. Leading out in the race for the ball there was Harvey Smithers for Glen Iris, but Boorandarra take the ball away. Glen Iris get the footy, and the quick kick away there by Sam Doak up to the half-forward line. Yuvraj has got the footy. He kicks it back inside, looking for a teammate. That teammate's not there. Rolton arrives in time for the Boorandarra Hawks. He goes out wide. Missing what he probably should have taken was Smithers, but he backed up okay, got it to his teammate. They're just pushing the ball forward more than actually kicking to targets. Kemp not happy with his opponent. And his opponent's got the footy. think that may have been Rob. He went long, up towards the half-forward line. Back of the pack, trying to get it through. Getting kicked off the ball there was Minard, who's the only goal kicker for the Glen Iris side, and he gets it over the line and out of bounds in front of Julian Perry. Ball being brought back in. Tapped down by Redfern towards Bennett. He can't take it. Flying through again, Redfern. Ball comes out the back of the pack. Kick away, Burundara Hawks. Maybe a free kick there to Glen Iris. No, said the umpire. That time had to be. And William Johnson will get the free kick for Glen Iris. So Johnson's got the ball. Half forward flank. Went up. Kemp tried to take the intercepting mark. He did well to butter up and get the kick away. He went out wide. Looking out there for De Villiers, who started like a bomb in the first 5 minutes. Dropped out of it a bit since, but still doing okay. He tried to flick it back. Mark not taken. Big scrimmage of players. No one really going anywhere, and we'll get a ball up. Third quarter. Still early-ish in the quarter as the ball comes towards Smithers. He can't take it. Rob can, and he goes long. Dropping the mark there was Smith. Came to Bennett. Bennett with an underground type of kick, but it sort of worked to Lockie Young. He was wrapped up in a tackle, and umpire said it came out in the tackle. So we'll keep playing on. Glen Iris trying to get back into the game. Darcy Alexander McClurry it was who tried to get through, couldn't do so. He's one of the ones at the bottom of the pack. Also getting up there is Oliver Abella. And we'll get a ball up. This time Abella tried to get it out. He couldn't do so. It's a pretty scrubby play at the moment. No one can take clear. Harvey Christodoulou, he tapped it on. Only as far there as Christensen. Now the handballs ended up quickly now with the Burundara Hawks through Redfern. De Villiers now back in the pack. Coming back was Christensen for Glen Iris. Is there a free kick? No, said the umpire. Will ball it up. Nothing for the highlights reel in the last 2 minutes or so. 7.5 gone at 7-6 to 1 straight. 42 points the margin. Palmer tries to break through. Missing the mark on that occasion was Lockery. Now they've got the numbers, and Abella drove it long up to the half-forward line, taking the footy and storming away was Minart. He's kicked one, and now he's kicked two. Minart has both goals for Glen Iris. One in the first, one in the third. It just cuts the margin back by that 6 points, obviously. 7-6-48, 2 straight 12. 8 minutes gone, third quarter. Got to get your game face on. The Hawks still in a commanding position. But Jack Minart, definitely dangerous down there forward, and that was straight over the goal umpire's hat. Burundara Hawks ringing the changes. I think they've got about 27 players to pick from. Glen Iris with 20. Ruck contest. Palmer wins it down, only as far as Redfern. Quick kick away by Christensen up towards Smithers. He couldn't take it. Around the body goes Doak, deep up into the forward line. The full forward there, Perry, is being led to the ball by Bennett, and Bennett just taps it over the boundary line and out of bounds. AFL wouldn't have liked that. They would have paid it against him, but in YJFL, we'll just get the ball in. So we get the ball in, deep in the defensive area. McGee, been great. Tried to get it away. Glen Iris do nearly get it clear, but they don't. And missing the kick was Lipscomb. The ball comes back to Glen Iris, who go forward. And a good strong mark is taken there by Lachlan Puller. And he'll kick from point-blank range to 2 in a row for the Hawks. So Lachlan Puller. Nine and a half minutes in to this third quarter. Puller comes in, puts it straight through for a goal. So it's 2 in a row to Glen Iris. They're starting to work their way back into it. 3 straight 18. Burundara 7-6-48. 10 minutes gone in this third term, and that was the first one to Lachlan Puller. Just working their way back into the game. Suggests the Hawks would like a steady. If Glen Iris get another one, all of a sudden it's game on. McGee against Palmer in the ruck contest. And once again, Glen Iris are winning it out of the centre, which they weren't doing before. Came to Charlie Smith. Underground kick by him. Now, big pack of players just sitting on top of the footy. And Lucas Cormus, it was, who got up with it and gave it to the umpire, who balled it up. Palmer got a massive takeaway up to the half-forward line. Kicked off the ground there by the goal kicker in Lachlan Puller. He goes up looking for his teammate in Hay. He can't take the footy and will get a ball in. 40 metres away from the Glen Iris goal. They've kicked the last two. Redfern up against Hay. Ball comes to ground. McGee got the handball away. Only as far as Christensen. Went back to Christodoulou. Around the body there by Matt Ellis. He can't get the footy. And coming through hard was Palmer. He turned it over. Back to Christensen. And we'll get a ball up. We've had plenty of ball ups in this match. Here we go. Smashed away by McGee. Ball comes to ground. Tribe at the bottom of the pack. Can't take it. Quick kick away for Glen Iris. There's another one. They're coming. The run is starting, and it's Minot again. He's got three. He's got three, and Glen Iris are right back in it. 4 straight 24. Burundara 7-6, 48. 11, nearly 12 minutes gone in this term. And after Burundara had started well with a couple of points and doing all the attacking, it's been a Glen Iris show. They've kicked the last 3 goals. I wouldn't suggest panic stations yet, but just a little bit of concern, you'd think, for the Burundara Hawks coaching staff at the moment. As the big Palmer in the ruck, he didn't beat McGee on that occasion. It came out towards Young. McGee did his own roving. Then he kicked it long up to the full forward line and taking a good mark there. Sorry, knocked to ground Glen Iris, and they've got it out to Hay. Hay's got the football right in the centre of the ground. He elects to go long. Tribe at the back can't take it. Good roving by Glen Iris on this occasion. Getting the handball away with Smithers on the half-forward flank. It came back towards the player there in Cormus. He couldn't get it. The ball came out the back. It's wide and out of bounds. And we'll get a throw in, but in a dangerous position for Glen Iris to score. Now it's been played out of bounds on the full. So Sam Bennett, the full back for the Burundara Hawks, will get the ball. No. Umpire's now saying you've got to kick over your mark. So Bennett's got the ball. 48-24. Awkward kicking style straight down the ground. Glen Iris could have marked it. They don't. McGee might be the first one back on the ball in front of the goal-kicking Minart. McGee comes flying through. He'll run all day, Bert, and he got the footy. He kicked it straight into Minart, who did a great job, assisted there by Alexander McClurry. And we'll get a throw up or a ball in. McGee goes up against Palmer. The ball comes to ground. Good tackle by Redfern. Ends up in the hands. A good smother there by Glen Iris, actually. I think it was Hay. And now they go forward once again, deep up into the forward line. At the back was Yuvaraj. Hay's got the footy. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said, give it to me. Hay not happy. But he hasn't got a free kick. 7-6 to 4 straight, 15 minutes gone in this third quarter. Ruck contest. Hay up against Redfern. Ball comes to ground. It's another one. It's another one on the board. It's Harvey Smithers who's kicked that one. And it's amazing turnaround what we're seeing here at the Gordon Barnard Oval. It was 13 scoring shots to 1. And now with 4 goals in 5 minutes puts Glen Iris right back in the ballpark. 7-6 to 5 straight. 18 points is the margin. And the supporters to the right of me, Glen Iris, are starting to get up and about. And the Boroondara Hawks supporters just a little bit quiet as we speak. 4 goals in a row to Glen Iris, and they're now winning the ball out of the centre. Redfern can't take it. Ball comes to ground. Palmer on top of Young. And we'll get another ball up. Palmer bashes it out of the pack. He got it as far as Ellis. Ellis went round the corner. And taking the ball there was Christensen, who's come right into the game in this quarter. Gets a kick around the body. Clem Redfern in front there for the Hawks. He picked up the ball and he missed it when he kicked it. Needed support. Got it from Lachlan Young. He was tackled and the umpire said there was no prior opportunity and we'll have a ball up. And the ball up comes to ground. And once again, we're going to have a secondary ball up. We've gone 18 minutes in this. Sorry, haven't gone 18 minutes. 16 and a quarter minutes in this quarter. Just under 4 minutes to go. The next goal's crucial. If Glen Iris get it, well, it's game super on. If Boroondara Hawks get it just before three-quarter time, they've got some breathing space. Cormus kicks the ball up to the half-forward line. Abella's taken the footy and kicked it long up towards the centre-half back or centre-half forward line for him. And Charlie Smith, who's come into the game, takes the mark. Very wobbly kick and it's turned over badly by Smith. And the free kick and the marks of the last goal kicker in Smithers. Smithers goes to Uvaraj. Uvaraj goes around his body. Rolton's got to go back. He's got Tribe in support. Ike Rolton takes the ball, kicks around the corner. It was good and he found Cormus. So Cormus has got the ball at half-back flank. We've got just under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Boroondara Hawks need to stem the flow. Was there a push out? Yes, said the umpire. Glen Iris have got it. They go long up towards the centre-half forward position. Dangerous. Is this Minard again? I think it is. He goes bang! And Minard kicks his fourth. And Glen Iris are on a roll of rolls. They go to 6 straight 36. Trailing Boroondara 7-6, 48. This margin back to only 12 points. Jack Minard has 4 goals. And Glen Iris are off and rolling. Biggest margin of the game was 42. It's back to 12 with 5 unanswered goals. Not even any points either side, just 5 straight goals. Palmer up against McGee. McGee belts the ball down. Looking out there for Ashu Vraj, he can't take it. Glen Iris are getting all the ball they were not getting in contest before. And now the Hawks have to answer and get the football as the ball comes out wide. Leading out in the race for the footy was Johnson for Glen Iris. He goes wide and the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds. Less than a minute and a half to go. You'd suggest the Boroondara Hawks would lead at three-quarter time, but for how long the way this game has changed, the whole momentum has just fallen apart. Redfern works in hard against Abella and we'll get another throw in. This quarter, 5 goals straight to Glen Iris, 2 points to the Boroondara Hawks, and they were both in the first 5 minutes, those two behinds. Smithers has got the footy for Glen Iris. He goes down towards the half-forward line. They push forward, ducking out the back. This is Minard again, the danger man. He's already kicked 4. He tried to get around. He couldn't do so. Umpire said play on. Now it's an open ball. We've got 40 seconds to go in the term, and good tackle there by Tribe, who pushes his man into the ground in Hay, I think it was, and will ball it up. So a good tackle by Aidan Tribe and a good defensive work by the Boroondara Hawks, or else Jack Minott might have been in line for 5. Ball comes back to Christensen. He goes back to Abella. and Abella's got the mark. Kicks it long up towards the full forward line, and ducking back, Tribe has taken the mark. Tribe's got the mark. Ticking down towards three-quarter time, trying to waste as much time as possible. He goes to the outer side. It was actually a good kick where he found Redfern, and right on the siren, and a siren that the Burundara Hawks needed at three-quarter time. It's the Burundara Hawks 7-6-48, leading Glen Iris 6 straight, 36. The goal kickers for the Burundara Hawks, 2 to Ollie Groves, 2 to Clem Redfern, singles Tom Lockery, Owen Barnett and Ben Miller. Whilst for Glen Iris, it's a show of Jack Minard. He's kicked 4. Harvey Smith has chimed in with 1, and Lachlan Puller with 1. In that quarter, the Burundara Hawks, their midfield fell out of winning the ball out of the middle. The forward line didn't get much supply, and it was Glen Iris who took over. Minot, obviously the hardest man on the ground to control with 4 goals. Oscar Palmer got them going beautifully in that term. Other players to really come into the game were Harvey Smithers. Oliver Abella did a great job as well for the Glen Iris side. And as I said, Harvey Smithers really good. Great game of footy now, 7-6 to 6 straight, 12 the margin. Got to get your game face on. Be back with the final term shortly. G'day, Mark. How are you? No, there's one here.
You doing a good job?
How you going?
How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm getting worn out.
That's a good quarter.
It's 11 quarters.
You got a bit less 1 o'clock? You might need something stronger.
He's going before you want a drink. I said, yeah, I want a beer.
You might have to mix the language up a bit more.
Better go down and look at junior footy. Here's the commentator with his third can of
Yeah. He's getting liberal with the language now. A bit of old school commentary.
So the first game was my son was playing in the first game.
Tarquin?
No, Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell, okay.
And his team got to kick the goal after the siren 25 metres out to that end to win the game. Then
This has been the scoring this, most of that. That's the scoring this.
well, it's been a southwester, so it flows sort of into that northern pocket.
Tell the boys.
I mean, it was 13 scoring shots to 1 there, and they've kicked 5 goals in a row.
Good to the though.
Just for clarification, who's hello, Tarkin.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Good to see you again.
That's Mark.
Are you playing or running?
No, I'm just managing bench rotations.
Good man.
Are you playing footy
Hope
next
your bugger. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's,
It's only playing next Tuesday.
Jack's playing.
yeah.
Last week.
Is he number 18? No?
Number 18.
Some of those boys like Lucas.
Are you
Do you need help with any other names?
Anastasiopoulos.
Anastopoulos. Yeah, or Charlie A.
McNanamy.
McNanamy, that's
He's a
right.
good cricketer, isn't
Yeah, he is. That's Archie. Yeah, red-headed kids. Rogers.
he? They're pretty. What's that alley name?
Alamon.
Alamon.
Yeah. Ollie Patterson. Camilleri. Like Jojo.
JJZ, yeah.
Kahir. Brandon Kahir.
That's Kahir, not Kahar. Okay. They're not as bad as. What are they? Right? Civil Vorkus, Stephen Grillanzoni, Papa Ronis, and he was fantastic. He got far too much of the ball.
Yeah.
Cobbledick, I love
Which is
Cobbledick.
an old English name.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
D'Agostino. Azaroni. Who was that? Preston.
8, 5, 53 to 7, 8.
Long and a new one.
Oh yeah, we got.
Sorry. Good luck.
Final term. Balwyn Greythorn Jets had the ball in their court for the first 45 minutes of this match, and then Glen Iris have turned it on its ear and they're back to within 2 kicks at three-quarter time. 7-6 to 6 straight. The Jets win the ball out of the centre. Centre clearances are going to be vital in the last quarter. Will Johnson got the ball for Glen Iris. Handball to Palmer. Palmer now goes down. Smith's doing a good job back there now for the Jets, and the big bombing kick up towards the centre-half back position, bottom of the pack. Lockery tried to get it away, couldn't do so. Wrapped up his bigger opponent in a tackle, and will get a ball up. 45 metres out from the ball, from the Burundara Hawks goal. And the ball's flicked out the back. No one can take it. Abella's the one with the football. He gets up, he's had plenty of it. And we'll get a ball up. Palmer against McGee. They've gone hammer and tong head-to-head all day. 2 Warriors. The ball comes to ground. Knocked off the footy. Quick handball away. De Villiers. He can't get it. They're going to sit on top of the footy and we'll get another ball up. So no change to the three-quarter time score. It's 7-6, 48 the Hawks. 6 straight, 36. Glen Iris. And Glen Iris will get the ball out again. Out there looking for Christensen. He kicks the ball off the ground. He went to Uvaraj. He went back there to Mitch Robb. Robb showing a clean pair of heels. Down to the half-forward line. Bennett pushes his man out. Umpire said play on. Came back, desperate kick away, Charlie Smith. But he did nearly find his man in McGee. He got it to Lachlan Young. He went back to Bennett. Bennett went across the ground dangerously. Leading out in the race for the ball there was Hodges. He can't take it. Glen Iris have now first to the footy. Quick handball around there from the danger man in Minart. He kicks it deep up in towards the full forward line. Whistle gone. It might be a boundary umpire. No, it's not that. It's a free kick. It'll go the way of the Burundara Hawks. And they'll kick the ball up the line. Glen Iris have all the numbers around the ball. The ruckman does the roving. Kicks it deep into the full forward line. Minard again with danger man. Smothered off the boot by Glen Iris. Now they've got it right in a good position. They get around 2. The handball misses target. Comes out towards Christodoulou. He can't take control of the footy. Burundara Hawks need to clear. Glen Iris are pushing well. Comes to Lockery. Lockery goes up looking for Groves. Groves shows his skill. Handballs back to Miller. Miller had stripped of the football when he was nearly through. Butters up and tackles well. And it's building up to a great climax here. Burundara lead 7-6 to 6 straight. We're 3 minutes into the last term. Ruck contest again. Palmer tacks it down. He's doing his own roving as well. He's trying to carry him on his own with the assistance of Minart. And the mark's taken back there by Charlie Smith. So Smith has the footy. And he goes out very wide, too wide. It goes to Smithers. Smithers has got the ball. And he goes back to Abella. Abella's got the footy on the outer side of the ground. Kicks long, punched away by Simonson for the Hawks. Smith pushed off the footy by Uvaraj and will get a throw in. No change to three-quarter time scores. But the Hawks look as though they're stopped and Glen Iris are just making inroads the whole time. Kick across dangerously for the Burundara Hawks. Swung around the corner. And the free kick will go the way of the Burundara Hawks. And on this occasion, it will go to Kemp. So Kemp tried to find a target. That target was Vandenboom. He flipped to Redfern. Redfern went over the top. Charging through was Vandenboom again. And he got the ball back. And it might have been the assistant of Kemp. The ball comes back to Doak. He switches play to the outer side of the ground. And the mark's taken again there for Glen Iris. They go long up looking for Palmer. He was at the front of the pack. The ball went over the top of him. And we'll get a throw in. So we've nearly gone 5 minutes. The Hawks hanging on for dear life at the moment. They lead by 12. But Glen Iris are coming. So's Clem Redfern. He's been good. He hasn't stopped. Gets the ball up to the half-forward flank. Kick around the body by Gus Vandenboom. Up to a danger area. The one who kicked the first goal, Collins, has got the footy. Now the foot race is on. And Glen Iris may nearly turn it over here. And I think we're going to get a ball up in a better stoppage position for Burundara Hawks. The Glen Iris defender on that occasion, Keenan, didn't actually clear the area. McGee taps it down, looking for Vandenboom. He can't take it. Airy there for Glen Iris. Nearly a free kick. Went out the back, Collins. Now De Villiers. Miller's first in line. He got the handball back, but he missed his target in Harsha Raj. The ball's coming out now towards the commentary side of the ground. Harsha Raj knocks down his man. Overrunning the ball was Mitchell Robb, and it goes over the line and out of bounds, and we'll throw it in. We've gone 6 minutes. We have 14 minutes to play. It's sudden death elimination. It's the Hawks 48. It's Glen Iris 36. Glen Iris, if anything, have got the wind in this last quarter. But at the moment, the Hawks are just hanging on for dear life. Handball away. Went to Smithers. Smithers had it smothered. The ball comes back towards Kemp. He's now at the bottom of the pack. He got the handball out to Christodoulou. Christodoulou got the handball to Redfern. Redfern went nearly inside the arc. Abella's done a great job. He turned it over, though. Quick kick by Hodges. Up to Lockery. Was he taken high? Yes, said the umpire, and Tom Lockery will kick from 25 metres out. Not really much angle to speak of. Tom Lockery has a goal and a point today so far. Took a mark early in the late in the first quarter to put the third one on the board for the Burundara Hawks. He comes in on the runway. He kicks. He likes it. The Burundara Hawks likes it, and they've stemmed the rod a little bit. Lockery gets his second, and the Hawks go back out to an 18-point lead. 8-6-54, 6 straight 36. We're now midway through the final term. And whilst it's not over, it's certainly one that the Burundara Hawks needed. Still got plenty of time left on the clock. We're only 7 or nearly 8 minutes into this 20-minute final term. You'd suggest Glen Iris still need the next one. Stating the obvious. If I'm Brian Taylor, I'm telling you they're right in the game. At the moment, they certainly need a goal very quickly. Ball now put up in the air. And this time Palmer's not in the ruck, and McGee wins it down to Redfern. He's been fantastic. Redfern gets the handball over the top to Harsha Raj. He dropped what he should have taken. At least came back with a good tackle. Butted up when he missed the footy there. But Glen Iris still have the ball. Ooh, don't know about that. No, the umpire said we'll ball it up. Glen Iris not happy with Artie Harsha Raj, but he's done a pretty good job. In the ruck, McGee gets the ball down to Smithers. He had a few chances. He was spun around 7:20 and still got it away. He got it to Hay. Hay goes to the outer side of the ground. Leading out in the race for the ball was the goal kicker in Lachlan Puller, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Back into play. Can Glen Iris get the next goal? Quick kick off the ground on that occasion from Nick Pritchard, who went off earlier with a bad leg, so he's back on the ground. Good news there as the ball comes out to Calla. He can't take it, and we've got a ball up. Nearly halfway through the final term, 9 down, 11 to go. McGee wins it down towards Kemp. Coming through hard, Christensen for the Glen Iris side. Quick handball, ends up with the Hawks, thrown out the back. Lots of tackles being laid, a bruising affair, uncompromising. We're halfway through the final tournament of elimination final. Winner lives to play next week. And the loser, unfortunately, that'll be their last appearance for season 2023. Both sides have given great performances today. Smithers got the handball out, looking for Christensen. He couldn't take it. And now the boundary umpire will throw it in. And throw it in he does. And this time McGee tried to get it away. It went to his teammate, and now they go forward. But a good mark. Really good, strong mark taken back there by Sam Doak for the Glen Iris side. Doak Goes through the centre of Gordon Barnard. Johnson takes the mark, stands up really well. So Johnson drives it forward, up towards centre-half forward position. Abella, he had two chances. He got a handball away. He needed support. Rolton's dive back on top of it. He got a quick handball away, up towards the centre of the ground. It went past Vandenboom, and the free kick will go the way of the Burundara Hawks. It'll go to Harsha Raj. He's got Redfern running onto the ball. This time Harsha Raj goes up over the top of Redfern. It went to Gus Vandenboom. He couldn't take the mark. He tried to do his own roving. Didn't do so. Now he got the ball away. Kicked it long. Groves can run onto it. Ollie Groves, he runs onto it and he storms it through the goals. Goal to the Burundara Hawks, and I'd suggest that might be, it's all over. Oliver Groves kicks his third goal. And they go out to 9-6-60 to 6 straight 36. And Glen Iris have really got to pull out that 4-goal spurt that they got in the third quarter. They've got to do that again now. Might be hard, but a good goal to Ollie Groves. He has 3 and becomes the second biggest goal kicker on the ground behind Jack Minart. 60 plays 36. Ruck contest. McGee gets it down. As far there as Smithers. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Just trying to find out where Oscar Palmer's got to, because he's been awesome for the Glen Iris side. And since he hasn't been in the ruck, the Hawks are winning the ball out of the centre a little bit easy. Gus Vandenboom gets it. Goes around the body to Groves. Tommy Lockgree, can he run onto it? No, he can't. Good defence by the Glen Iris player, and he sees it through for 1 minor score. And that 1 minor score is rushed through. And it was rushed through by Hay. Ball goes to the outer side of the ground. Good effort there by Smithers. Interesting handball, but it worked. He went to Pritchard. Pritchard went out wide, looking out there for Puller. He can't take control of the ball. Pack of players now on top of it, on that outer side of the ground. It's flipped out the back to Simonson. He goes to Rolton. Riolton's got it back to Daniel Simonson. Nearly runs into his own man in Redfern, who gets up a bit ginger. He's done a heck of work today, Glenn Redfern. 61-36, the margin 25. We're 13 minutes into the final term. And around the body goes Clem Redfern, who's worked tirelessly up to the half-forward line. De Villiers leads out in the race for the footy. He's got a little bit of support from Harsha Raj. Gets it back to Daniel De Villiers. Will Johnson is dispossessed and he fights back again and again. He's done a lot of the bullocking work all day. And we'll get a ball up. So has the charge subsided, I think, from Glen Iris? Just those couple of goals now. To the Burundara side, probably enough. They're 25 points in front after Glen Iris had cut the margin very quickly to 12. And now the ball's not going anywhere. This will suit the Hawks. And the umpire says, give it to me. We'll ball it up. Good contest. No, we won't ball it up. We'll give it to Smithers. And Smithers goes to the outer side of the ground. Pritchard dropped it, picked up Abella. Abella goes long over the top there of Cormus. The ball ends up again with Smithers, who's pretty good. He flips the ball over to his teammate out there in Christensen. Christensen takes a second bounce. This time he elects to put the ball on the ground. Drives it long, deep up into the full forward line. Has he found his teammate there in Jones? No, he hasn't. The ball's gone over the line and out of bounds on the full, just in front of Lucas Jones. And Lucas Cormus has ended up with the fortuitous free. So Cormus kicks it very, very wide, but leading out and taking the mark there is Kemp. Outer side of the ground, Will Kemp goes in looking for Vandenboom. He presents very well at centre half forward. And Gus Vandenboom now goes to the outer side of the ground. McGee's got the footy around the corner. Chaos ball that goes over the top. Good defensive work on this occasion by Keenan for the Glen Iris side. It comes back to Harsha Raj. He was late in a tackle there by Mackay. The ball comes back to the centre of the ground. Glen Iris now get it through Abella. Abella kicks the ball up towards the centre half forward position and charging through and getting a handball away. It ends up with Puller, who's kicked a goal already, deep into the forward line. Glen Iris still have the footy. Comes back to Lockie Puller. He gets a handball back inside. Minart was the man who handballed the ball to him before, so all the goal scorers are down there. But Redfern's also tribe it is who's working hard for Burundara Hawks. Comes back to Minart. He's kick 4. He goes across the face, and Oscar Palmer takes the mark. Big man sent to full forward to try and get goals, but unfortunately supply hasn't been there. And Oscar Palmer will kick from 25 metres out, directly in front, puts it on its way and puts it through. Back to within 19. It's 9-7, 61, 7 straight 42. But we're 16 minutes of a 20-minute quarter in. Palmer has his first. 2-1 to a goal in this quarter. And they still need too many. 19 points is the margin within 4 minutes in the final term. Been a really good game of footy. Cutthroat elimination final. The Hawks broke it open in the second. Glen Iris came back strong as in the third. In the last quarter, it's just been an arm wrestle where Clem Redfern's got it again. One centre clearance it up towards Lockery. He brings the ball to ground. De Villiers overran it, tapped it out. Free kick nearly paid to Hay, but it wasn't. Came back to De Villiers. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Quick handball away by Avery. And the umpire said, "You're all sitting on top of it, I'm going to ball it up." 17 minutes gone in this final term. Redfern and Doak say they'll go up for the ruck contest. Ball comes to ground. Comes back to Smithers. Now, it's not going anywhere at the moment. Now we've still got the ball rolling along. Harsha Raj gets the handball back to Lockery. Lockery gets a kick inside to the man there in Gus Vandenboom. He goes back to the goal kicker in the first quarter in Barnett. And Barnett has it rushed through for a minor score on his card. 1 goal, 2. And it's 9-8 to 7 straight. The margin's 20 points. As Kemp, he's got support from Redfern. Does he need it? Yes, he does, because he was good tackle. Now advantage will be paid. It'll go to Doak. Doak kicks the ball up through the centre square here at Gordon Barnard. It's flipped out on this occasion by Minart. Been great. Gets the kick away. Goes out wide. Looking for Mitch Robb. Can he take it? No, he can't. And the ball comes out the back to Smithers. He can't take it. Bottom of the pack, Hodges. He gets the handball away. Quick kick around the corners marked by Redfern. Clem Redfern, been sensational. Big kick up towards Vandenboom. Can't take the mark. At ground level, it came back to McGee. McGee flipped it out. Went only as far there as Keller, who went to Smithers. Smithers now goes up looking for Johnson. He's got Ike Rolton to beat. Rolton pulls nearly his whole shirt off. Ball comes out the back. There was Lucas Jones. He can't take it. Free kick has been paid. It'll go the way of Burundara Hawks. It'll go to Daniel Simonson. So Simonson's got the footy. He drives up looking for Redfern. Can he take it on the second bite? No. Crunching blow into Pritchard and then delays a big tackle, and he's won the free kick for incorrect disposal. Been sensational, Clem Redfern. He's got Oscar Collins calling for it, but he goes the big helicopter. Drop punt up towards the centre half forward position. Vandenboom couldn't make it, but he does a lot of second efforts. The ball comes back out. Looking there for Keenan for Glen Iris. He can't take it. Harsha Raj. Ball spins out the back. The kick's long. Groves, and Groves marks in the goal square. Kick came in from Owen Barnett, who'd already kicked the goal. And now Oliver Groves has a chance to equal Jack Minott as our leading goal scorer on the ground. He puts it straight through. It's 4 to Ollie Groves. It's 10 to the Burundara Hawks, and they're going into a preliminary final next week. Burundara Hawks, 10-8, 68. Lead Glen Iris 7 straight, 42, as we tick, tick, tick our way into a preliminary final. Final scores, Burundara Hawks 10-8, 68. They kicked 3-2 in the last quarter over a gallant Glen Iris, 7 straight, 42. They kicked 1 goal in the last quarter. The goal kickers for Burundara Hawks, 4 to Oliver Groves, 2 to Clem Redfern and Tom Lockery, singles Owen Barnett and Ben Miller. Whilst for Glen Iris it was 4 to Jack Minot, 1 each to Lachlan Puller, Harvey Smithers and Oscar Palmer. Best players in ascending order for the Burundara Hawks. Oliver Groves, William Kemp, Clem Redfern, absolutely magnificent. Aidan Tribe, Gus Vandenboom, Albert McGee. Whilst for Glen Iris, Oliver Abella, Harvey Smithers was really, really good. Jack Minot, a target up forward all day. Will Johnson, Will Christensen and James Hay. Fantastic game. Oh, sorry, and of course Oscar Palmer in the ruck. Fantastic game of under-15 Division 5 footy. Burundara Hawks blew it away early. Glen Iris came back really strongly. Three-quarter time it looked anyone's ball game, but it was the Hawks who prevailed, and they move into next week's preliminary final. We'll be back just before 3 p.m. with the final game of 4 from Gordon Barnard when it's under-15 Division 1, Burundara Hawks against Hawthorn Citizens. Got to get your game face on.